Welcome to Global Defense Zone, where we unravel the world's most powerful military technologies, strategic doctrines, and global defense threats that redefine modern warfare. If you're passionate about understanding the real dynamics of global conflict, cutting-edge weapons, and military confrontations that shape the future, then you're in the right place. Before we dive into today's gripping episode, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with those who are equally fascinated by global defense realities. In the shadowy depths of the world's oceans, a silent killer waits. It doesn't fly, it doesn't roar across the sky, and it can't be tracked by satellite. It slips through the sea like a ghost, guided not by man, but by machine. This is not the next evolution of submarines or torpedoes, it is the revolution. Russia's Poseidon nuclear torpedo, code-named Status 6, has redefined the meaning of doomsday weaponry. In a world where nuclear missiles have been the face of deterrence, Poseidon changes the battlefield by taking it underwater, making it invisible, autonomous, and absolutely devastating. The Poseidon is not just a torpedo. It's a nuclear-powered, nuclear-armed, intercontinental autonomous underwater vehicle. Imagine a device nearly 24 meters long, 2 meters wide, with the ability to travel up to 10,000 kilometers underwater, all on its own, undetected, and without the need for human intervention. But what makes Poseidon horrifying isn't just its range or speed, it's what it carries. According to multiple intelligence estimates, Poseidon is designed to carry a nuclear warhead of up to 100 megatons. That is over 6,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. If launched near the coastline of a major city, Poseidon could generate a towering radioactive tsunami hundreds of meters high, obliterating the shoreline and poisoning the region for decades to come. The idea behind Poseidon is strategic deterrence through terror. Russia is acutely aware of the advancements the United States has made in missile defense systems. From THAAD to GMD to Aegis, these systems have significantly increased the West's chances of intercepting ballistic missile attacks. But Poseidon bypasses all of that. It doesn't fly through the atmosphere. It doesn't light up on early warning radar. It silently glides beneath the ocean surface, immune to current interception technology. Poseidon is not just a counter to America's missile shield, it is Russia's statement that no amount of technology will save coastal cities if it comes to nuclear war. What makes Poseidon even more disturbing is how it's launched. Russia's K-329 Belgorod, the longest submarine in the world, has been modified specifically to deploy this underwater doomsday weapon. Belgorod, over 184 meters long, is believed to be capable of carrying 6 Poseidon torpedoes at once. This submarine is not only stealthy, it's versatile. It can dive to great depths, deploy undersea drones, and perform covert operations. Belgorod itself is part of Russia's Guji division, which specializes in undersea espionage, cable cutting, and special missions that remain largely classified. But when it comes to Poseidon, Belgorod becomes a harbinger of annihilation. What makes Poseidon truly terrifying is its independence. It is a fully autonomous platform, guided by onboard artificial intelligence. Once it's launched, Poseidon doesn't need any human command to navigate, avoid detection, and reach its target. Its nuclear propulsion means it can travel indefinitely, lying dormant in strategic underwater locations until activated. There is speculation that Russia may even pre-position these torpedoes in deep ocean areas during peacetime, ready to strike within minutes if war breaks out. This would give Russia a permanent second strike capability even if its land-based arsenal were destroyed in a surprise attack. The West has no existing defense system that can counter Poseidon. Underwater sonar nets are decades old and not nearly deep or wide enough to track a weapon like Poseidon, especially at high speeds and in remote regions of the ocean. At speeds up to 100 knots, roughly 185 kilometers per hour, and depths exceeding 1,000 meters, Poseidon operates outside the effective detection envelope of most NATO anti-submarine assets. In other words, once launched, Poseidon cannot be stopped. So what would happen if Poseidon was actually used? Military analysts estimate that a detonation near a city like New York, London, or Los Angeles would cause total annihilation not just from the initial blast, but from the resulting tsunami and long-term radioactive contamination. Coastal populations would be decimated. Infrastructure would be erased. Ports would be rendered useless. Economic disruption would be catastrophic. And the psychological impact of an invisible weapon striking without warning would be even worse than the Cold War-era missile alerts. Poseidon would not just end cities, it would end the idea of safety by the sea. This is where Poseidon's true power lies. Not in being used, but in the fear it generates. It's a weapon designed for strategic leverage, a way for Russia to say, even if you neutralize our missiles, you can't escape our retaliation. This is the essence of mutually assured destruction, MAD, taken to a new dimension, the underwater domain. Poseidon is not meant to be fired during the opening moments of war. It is a second strike weapon. If Moscow is turned into glass, the Kremlin wants to ensure that Washington, London, and other NATO cities won't survive either. That is the logic behind Poseidon. Catastrophic revenge, guaranteed. Beyond the strategy, there are serious legal and moral questions surrounding Poseidon. Such a weapon, designed to target civilian coastal populations, violates multiple international norms. The Geneva Conventions prohibit weapons that cause unnecessary suffering or long-term environmental damage. Poseidon does both. It is designed to drown cities and poison the sea. If used, it would be a war crime on an unimaginable scale. Yet, because Poseidon is still officially categorized as a naval weapon, it falls into a gray area of international law, one that major powers have yet to fully address. Poseidon also signals a broader shift in how nations view warfare. The battlefield is no longer just on land, in the air, or in cyberspace. It's beneath the waves, in places where few have sensors and even fewer have control. The oceans are vast, dark, and quiet. And now, they may also be armed with the deadliest weapons humanity has ever created. In this emerging era of underwater deterrence, Poseidon is just the beginning. Despite its horror, Poseidon has inspired new debates within NATO and among defense analysts. Should the West build similar autonomous underwater nuclear systems? Should anti-submarine warfare be redefined entirely? Should international treaties explicitly ban such weapons? The problem is, even if new treaties are drafted, enforcing them is next to impossible. How do you verify what's lurking in the deep sea, hidden beneath kilometers of water? The very nature of the ocean gives Russia plausible deniability and operational advantage. So where do we stand now? As of late 2024, Poseidon is considered operational. Belgorod has been seen deploying from Russian ports in the Arctic, and military satellite tracking has confirmed its movement into areas of strategic interest. Western navies are increasing their underwater patrols, deploying advanced sonar, and researching new AI-based detection methods. But despite all of this, one truth remains. Poseidon has already achieved its goal. It has made the world nervous. It has changed the rules of deterrence. And it has given Russia a new card to play in the high-stakes game of global power. Whether Poseidon will ever be used remains a terrifying mystery. But its presence alone is already reshaping the strategic landscape of the 21st century. We are no longer only worried about missiles falling from the sky, we are now forced to look beneath the surface, into the silent abyss where the next generation of nuclear threats is quietly waiting. If you found this video insightful and alarming, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Global Defense Zone, and share this video with others who need to understand what truly lies beneath the surface of global power. This is more than defense analysis. It's a glimpse into the terrifying possibilities of the future. Stay informed, stay sharp, and stay safe. This is Global Defense Zone signing off. Until next time.